Okay, we now move to the final stage of the IPD process, and that is the peer review interview, or as we refer to it, the PRI. So as I say, this is the final stage to becoming a chartered member of IOSH. All peer review interviews will take place via Zoom, so through video conference. There is an £80 fee to arrange the peer review interview, and the peer review interview will last an hour. Sometimes it may trickle a minute or two over, sometimes a little bit under, but we aim for each interview to last an hour. The first 10 minutes of the peer review interview will be a 10-minute presentation conducted by yourself. The presentation will center around yourself, your background about health and safety, the achievements that you've had, the challenges that you faced, your current role, and the future plans that you have. So really, it's just a 10-minute presentation about yourself, and it gives you the opportunity to talk to the panel completely uninterrupted, just about your background and what you plan to do within health and safety. So let's take a look at some hints, tips with regards to the peer review interview. So as mentioned, we already said that provide a presentation. So a presentation is provided by yourself, and we ask that you stick to the 10-minute time limit, please, as best as you can. If you do start to trickle over the 10-minute time limit, the person who is chairing the peer review may ask you to stop or to move to the last slide, depending on how things are getting on. Please familiarise yourself or cast your mind back to your IPD assessment, be it the portfolio or the open assessment. Think about what challenges you faced, what was difficult about the assessment. Did you have to do any kind of research? Was there anything that really stood out to you that you would take away from the assessment? These are the kind of things to focus on. Please ensure that you know the 4 key areas, or 4 pillars as we call them, of the IOSH Code of Conduct. And they are respect, integrity, service, and competence. I like to use the acronym of RISC, R-I-S-C. So once again, respect, integrity, service, and competence. Please be aware of the importance of your CPD. This may be referred to during the peer review interview about your CPD and plans that you have for your CPD in the future as well. A very, very key part of the peer review interview is to bear in mind this is your interview. The panel will not be talking to you about the success of your colleagues or organisation. They want to hear about you. So please use I, not we. They want to know about the processes that you as an individual have followed or do follow. So please bear in mind they are interested in you and you alone. Core questions will not be made available leading up to the peer review interview. If somebody advises you they have the core questions, please do not take that as the truth, because we do not share them. We have various question sets, and so if anyone advises you they have the answers, move away. I would not advise you to take notice of that in the slightest. No notes are permitted during the peer review interview. You are welcome to make notes during the interview. You can have a blank piece of paper and a pen. If it helps you to make notes as you move through, if you're talking about various processes that you follow, and by writing them down, it helps you understand or recollect what you're trying to reach out to yourself, that's fine. But you cannot bring any notes into the peer review interview. So, interview day. So it's the day of your interview. What can you expect to take place? So first of all, a week before the interview, you will receive communication from the IOSH administrator who will be on the interview with you on that day. They will send you an email to remind you of various things you need to be aware of, but more importantly, it will include the Zoom link to your peer review interview. So please look out for that. If you haven't received your link the week before your interview, please get in touch with us. You will be interviewed by a panel of chartered members or chartered fellows, and these individuals are all volunteers. They're giving up their time to follow the interview process for you to help other health and safety professionals. And each one of these individuals have gone through the same process that you are about to go through, so they fully understand how difficult or how nerve-wracking and how stressful it may feel at the time. The interview, as I mentioned previously, lasts up to 60 minutes. Well, I've put on there 45 to 60 minutes, sometimes a little bit shorter. And as I said before, it can trickle over. It just depends on how the interview is moving forward. We do ask that you join the interview 15 minutes before the start time that's allocated to you. This is just to ensure there are no technical issues or connection problems. And if there are, it gives us plenty of time to sort them out and make sure that you are as comfortable as can be. And also, if the panel are already ready and you are ready, why not start early? The outcome of the peer review interview will be shared with you within 21 working days of the interview, and that will be via email, and it will come, of course, from IOSH admin team. If you haven't received your email advising you of the outcome, please check your junk mail. Keep an eye on your junk mail or your spam, or if it's to a work address, maybe the quarantines, any quarantined emails, please keep an eye out for it, because no matter what the outcome is, there will be attachments to that email. And sometimes that sends emails to quarantine. At least that's what I have found. And it can go to, as I say, junk or spam. If you are successful, you'll be transferred to charter membership. You don't have to make any requests to transfer. It is automatic. You'll be transferred to charter membership, and then you are more than welcome to use the postal model CMIOSH. If you are unsuccessful, feedback will be provided to you and an interview may be required. There are various outcomes as to what happens next with regards to the peer review interview and if someone has been unsuccessful. So we will advise you on the feedback of what you can expect and what needs to be done to get to charter membership.